was at the PD and heard a call come out for a disturbance where somebody was trying to break into a house. So responded, noticing that there was two other officers, Officer Hester and Officer Quiles, that were already on scene.
We created a reactionary team in the front to respond to the home, and the door was barricaded, and we were able to make entry there.
Cleared the house and heard the disturbance and went to the door, and shots were fired.
We were in a bad position inside the residence, and
I immediately took, I want to say, one of the first rounds into my left arm.
And then I was hit second. I took a round to my vest, and then
I tried to assist my other officers to get outside the residence safely when I was shot on the head, trying to help me get them out of the residence.
So I noticed that Officer Quiles was on the steps attempting to get back up to me, and I noticed that Officer Hester was in the stairwell as well, returning fire.
The biggest thing was just wanting to make sure that we all made it out safely.
I didn't understand how badly wounded I was. My main concern was just try to survive, fighting for my family, that I'm not going to give up at that moment for them, and that I still have a reason or purpose to live. I just absolutely refused to go out like that.
So I maintained security on the doorway with my rifle. I was laying on my back, stood up, went down the stairs as quietly as I could as the other two officers who were initially on the stairs had made their way out of the home. Once we were about a block away, Officer Quiles applied the tourniquets to my arm. At that point, it really kind of sank in that, it was a pretty painful injury. I look over and I can see Officer Hester standing in the roadway with a visible head wound, blood kind of pouring out from the top of his head, covering his face and his body. I asked Officer Quiles if she was shot. She said that she was shot in the lung, she believed. We got into the back of a patrol unit from a neighboring agency, either Leander or Wilco. Jumped in the back of their unit, all three of us kind of piled on top of each other. They quickly took us a couple blocks away to the awaiting ambulances, where we got immediate treatment and taken over to the hospital for further evaluation.
I was actually in the Home Depot parking lot when the call came out, and what she told me was that we had multiple officers who were down and injured. It's definitely life-altering when you get the information, especially if you know that some of your family members, your officers, are hurt or shot. And then you go into response mode and you have to get to the scene as quick as you can and start to figure out what's going on and figure out how to address the problem.
Well, with the initial call out, it was one of the most serious calls I've ever encountered, with it being a hostage situation, and then also with having 3 officers shot. We had a lot of challenges that we had to prepare for in responding to a call like that.
So I was the first negotiator on scene. And so I asked, I said, hey, can I be the negotiator for this? And Justin was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, I got it, 100%. He was like, you positive? I said, yeah, no, I got it, I'm good. And he was like, all right, you're the negotiator.
We had to set aside the emotions and set aside the concern and the anger and the worry and everything that comes along with that, because we knew we had a job to do, even though our job was brought about by one of our own, especially on the team, being shot.
And then your focus becomes on saving the lives of the people who are being held hostage, and ultimately also we want to save our suspect's life as well.
The biggest thing was trying to get him on the phone, was trying to establish communication and contact with him. And we were very lucky because his sister was there and she was very cooperative with us, and so we used her a lot to talk to him a few times when he wouldn't speak with us, and then ultimately it ended the way that we all wanted it to end. So it was successful. It's a good thing about our team is that everyone on our negotiation team was very chill, very calm. So it just, you feed off of others and they feed off of you. So it's a very big team environment.
I think teamwork, especially when it comes to us, is being able to trust everyone. Pick up where we're leaving off, being able to bring information, being able to express the information, and being able to do it all together is pretty important with us.
That's I think the one thing that kind of makes Central Texas Regional SWAT negotiators stand out. The SWAT team as a whole, but especially the negotiators, is our teamwork. that's just how we do things. We do things as a team. We may have differing opinions, but we always come to an agreement as the team. So teamwork is absolutely key in anything we do. Everybody has a role, and each time, every job is as important as the other in the grand scheme.
Because of the team's reaction, the officer's response, I mean, one individual didn't make the success of that outcome what it was a team effort.
The best thing is our training, our experience, and then this department just in general is it's one of the best that I've ever seen, being able to be together and just having that perfect cohesion together.
I couldn't be any more proud. And, when you save lives, especially on something like that, I feel like the work they put in has paid off.